This is Erich Coogan, my leadership journey video recording for my speech. Good evening, faculty, students, and family. Today we are excited and honored to finally be graduating and taking the first step in our careers. It has been a long journey full of memories and people who will impact us for the rest of our lives. It has also been a journey wrought with challenges and obstacles that each and every one of us has had to overcome. But these challenges were easier to conquer because of the development each and every one of us took in leadership. Our development to become leaders in the workplace and in our communities will undoubtedly shape our future. My personal leadership journey started with my effective use of time management. The effective use of time management is key to being an effective leader because it allows you to stay organized, which means you will stay focused. If you can manage your work area and your time, then you will have more focus and energy to focus on those whom you are leading. A big part of effective time management is to be organized. If our work areas are organized and if our time is organized with a calendar, then we will have more focus to put back into our people. It also allows you to prioritize tasks and figure out which ones need to be done now and which ones can be accomplished later. As leaders, it is important to have this focus on task prioritization so we can effectively accomplish the missions that are in front of us. We also have to constantly bear in mind the image that we are presenting to those who we are leading. If we appear to be disorganized and lack the ability to properly prioritize tasks, then we create the image of an ineffective leader. Who wants to follow an ineffective leader? I, for one, know I don't. I know I most certainly do not. Being disorganized and lacking proper time management also creates issues such as us missing deadlines or losing important documents, which is why proper time management is one of the core tenets of being a great leader. My journey in leadership then led me to striving to become a personal leader, who people strive to follow. This was done through being a leader who leads through development. As someone who leads through development and mentorship, I can help those who I am in charge of reach their personal goals in life. This then builds a rapport between me and those I am in charge of. It also builds some level of loyalty between us as well. This then helps those who you are in charge of to gain their own independence and become the people they want to be in life. This then also creates more effective members of your team, members who can, at a certain extent, lead themselves, which then frees up your time to focus more so on the goals of where you want your organization and team to go rather than micromanaging those who you are in charge of. This is essential for a team to be effective and efficient. In my experience with managing, I have found that most people can manage themselves. They do not need you to direct them through every little task, but can accomplish tasks based on a simple direction. However, in order to reach a team that can work like that, some individuals do require further coaching. The next stop on my leadership journey goes over the importance of listening and influence. Listening is an important skill to have as a leader. As leaders, we must listen to those who we are leading so we can understand who they are as people and get to know what their goals are. Effective listening allows us to know our subordinates better, and if we know who they are as people, then we can more effectively lead them. For example, knowing that one of your subordinates strives to be a doctor would tell me that they love to help people. I would then put them in a position in the organization where they are in the front, helping people as they are more likely to enjoy and get more out of that position. Having a positive influence is also very important. A positive influence among those who we are leading helps them feel comfortable and welcomed in their workspaces. This then creates an environment where they feel they can come to you for assistance and reach out if they need anything. They will also feel more open to sharing ideas with you about how things in the workplace can be accomplished. It is also important to share a positive intent before starting a meeting or interaction with those who we lead. This helps build that positive influence by starting out interactions on a positive note rather than a negative one. When we are starting out interactions on a positive note, then we can build that rapport and positive influence with individuals whom we are in charge of. It is also important that we discover what we want our leadership style to be when we are on our leadership journeys. My leadership style is to be a servant leader. A servant leader is someone who is dedicated to others and who is dedicated to those who you are leading. As a servant leader, we must serve our team rather than being served by them. This can be done in many ways. One of those ways is to know what struggles your team is facing. Are they having issues at home? Are they struggling to afford childcare? Is their mother sick? Knowing all of these things can help you help them, which then creates more dedication and loyalty to you and the organization. Also, we must know where they want to go in life. Do they want to further their education? And if so, how can we help them achieve that? Do they want to stay with the company or move on at some point? And if so, how can we develop them while they are here? All of this is important because if everyone on the team is happy and developing in a positive direction, then we will in turn become better as a team. That being said, it is important to not be too nice as people will take advantage of you otherwise. You must find that balance between being strict enough to ensure your vision and tasks are being carried out while also ensuring that those working for you are happy with where they are headed. On the final stop of my leadership journey, I discovered the difference between management versus leadership and the importance of clear communication as a leader. Clear communication is essential because you must communicate what you want directly and clearly, otherwise your message may be lost in the fog. You have to eliminate unnecessary jumble from your direction and focus on the main point when communicating. This will ensure your message is not lost and people understand exactly what you want. The difference between management and leadership plays a huge role as well. Leaders are visionary and are focused more so on where they think the organization should head. They are focused on the bigger picture. This then allows them to develop a plan that they can pass off to their managers. The managers are those individuals who are tasked with ensuring that daily operations and duties are being done. They focus on the day-to-day rather than the big picture. You can compare this difference to the difference between the officers and enlisted in any military branch. The officers are the leaders who focus on where the organization should head and how it should get there. They then put together a plan that they give to their enlisted NCOs, who then carry out this plan. The NCOs are the managers that ensure those daily operations-based tasks are done, while the officers are the leaders who focus on the big picture. My leadership journey has been long, and it has taken a lot to get to where I am at. Regardless, I am happy to be here. I thank my family for supporting me and being the ones who first influenced my leadership style. I also thank my professors who further developed and taught me what being a good and effective leader is. Finally, as leaders, we need to take charge and lead from the front. We are called leaders, not followers, which means we need to act accordingly. If our people are in the trenches, then we need to be right there in the trenches with them, ensuring the mission continues. We need to stand shoulder to shoulder with our team through the tough times so we can be next to them to enjoy the good times. Thank you.